The relic of bark and bramble is ours.
Interesting memento he left for us. Your first battle scars, eh?
The captain was adamant that I keep them. I'd rather have undone the damage.
Every good pirate needs a few scars to brag about.
I will ponder your pirate ideals while I savor the energy from the relic.
근데 이거 볼륨이 앞만 봐도 좀 금방 끝날 것 같진 않다.
Always move forward.
그 다음에 이 힘센 여자 보여줄까?
Come on.
부활 살아나라! 탁! 아 뭐야 저 배에다가 구멍 뚫린 거 뭐냐?
Awake again. Yeah. I must inspect the cannons at once. So the mighty Gael Lebris does not slow down. Is it true you once sailed a galleon all on your own? Ha! That I did. I wrote a poem about it. Maybe you've heard it? Storm. You and I fought over the blue. I prevailed, but so did you. You moved on with grayish hue, left me behind. I long after you. But where are my manners? You are new here. You know my name, so may I ask yours? Ephia Manicato, navigator on this illustrious treasure hunt. A navigator? Well, as long as you get us close to where my cannon must fire, we will work well together.
Canoness, before you bury yourself in work, you must visit the training deck.
Ah, Maori. You fear I am rusted? I will descend into your bowels and prove you wrong.
물론 튜토리얼을 생략하겠습니다. 난 바쁜 몸이니까.
As you command. Well, a little spectacle just for you.
You haven't finished your training.
필요 없어.
D'accord.
That completes your training, Canoness. The riddle hold awaits.
수수께끼 진칸으로 와, 대포수.
Swiftly. Short fuse, long rope. They always forget. D'accord.
실패한 배지는 뭐야? 배지가 실패할 수도 있어? 가엘.
Your canoness through 100 battles and more. As long as the waves do our bidding.
사자 살아남았다 이제. 좋았어. 끝이 보이는구만.
Ah, I'll have to write that down. We are done here, oui?
Oui?
I will return to my cannons then. Never look back. I like it. Good to see you.
짭담하기. 넌 누구니?
Gael, can I ask, what brought you aboard the Marley? For me, the Marley was a respite, a retreat. A retreat? Ugh. I've been trying to face my demons more often lately, so I'll try to tell you. I was in hiding from the Inquisition for a while, but as you might imagine, that was difficult given my size. Why would somebody like you hide from a few Inquisition goons? Strength comes not just from the body, Ephia. The soul has an equal part in it, you know. And when the soul needs mending, the body does too. And things are better for you now? Let's say they haven't become any worse. Anyway, the Capitan came to a bar I was taking refuge in. A stroke of luck, then. No. I was paying
No,
for my
no.
room by betting entire pirate crews to arm wrestle me. Of course, as my notoriety grew, I was in danger of being found again by the Inquisition. But the Capitan found me first. He challenged me. If he beat me, I'd join his crew. And if not, he'd still pay me a year's worth of cannoner's salary.
And?
Well, I'm here, n'est-ce pas?
Always move forward.
딱히 배에다가 말 걸 게 없네요. 바로 다음 임무 가죠.
Well, well.
Set a course, navigator.
자, 공포의 단골이 흑진주의 위치를 알고 있다. 협상을 해야 할지도.
I'm sensing a black pearl on Dreadvine's Cove. We should wait.
Is that the red Marley I sense at the edges of my consciousness?
Greetings, Dreadvine. You wouldn't know anything about a black pearl on your island.
You are not the first ones to ask for this little bauble the brine brought in. A Magistratus has been incessant about it. His hollow threats have long stopped being amusing.
We could silence him for you in exchange
장로
for the
하나를
pearl.
죽여라고?
I fail to see why I would give up such a valuable object of study.
Would you rather wait until the Inquisition pries it from you?
All right. Take care of the Magistratus, and then we can negotiate.
I smell dishonesty here.
Don't worry, Navigator. I have a plan. Now, choose our entry.
뭐 심플하게 생각하면 여기가 최고죠. 제가 가까운 데로 가는 게 나을지 싶은데 복잡해도 뭐 어떻게 잘 헤쳐나갈 수 있지 않을까? 여기로 하고
I'm with you. Fire away. Another time then.
아니 이게 토야가 내가 용도가 너무 좋다.
Von Pressler, at your service.
얘랑 테레사.
Se veía
테레사
venir.
채용. 이게 보면 하다 보면은 조합상 이제 좀 구린 애들은 배척이 잘 될 거예요.
I'm always.
어쩔 수 없긴 한데.
I follow the plan. Having is better than wanting.
Who disturbs my sacred task?
Please bother someone else. Toya. Von Preiswald.
아니야, 차라리
at your
꼬드기자.
service.
합체!
The burdens of nobility.
좋아, 이게 훨씬 더 쉽겠구만. 일단 다 따면 되잖아.
A feast for my blade.
역시 영감님이 최고야. 집사는 다 따져주지. 너도 하나가 되자.
My galley is the
Let's
battle.
get a
확실히
better
영감님 하나 가지고 거의 다 해결이 되죠.
Preparation is key.
Dicho y hecho.
A heavy customer.
Where to?
Ready to serve. Balanced to perfection.
너도 죽으세요. 영감님이 최고시다.
I'm here. Move with speed. Raise with your legs.
여기는 계획이 있어요.
A heavy customer. In a moment.
Teresa, para servirle.
저장해놓고 이거는 시야 돌려야 돼. 얘 돌려서 얘 먼저 얘를 제압을 해야 되거든. 저 친구를.
Ah, it's you
Death
again.
is not
Do you not
defeat.
remember me? We conducted our 311th Rite of Patrol together.
다시 말 걸어.
I'd like to exert the
Anyone
right of
hungry?
inquiry. Now,
Ambush
what are your
will make
duties here?
Yokai. Let's try a new recipe.
깔끔하죠?
It will be done.
아 근데 이거 아 죽이지 말고 정비할 거. 왜 죽였지?
My blade
아
is
바보같이.
raise with your legs.
새로운 시체를 준비할 수밖에 없잖아.
Each what they deserve.
Cut through the shadows.
좋아요. 다음
Very sensible, Marley.
이 녀석이잖아. 장무.
I knew this would come.
My qualities are needed.
The fight begins.
Strange. The fire hungers for us.
You need to ask. You can't afford it.
이게 꽤 멀다. 안 닿을 것 같은데.
Teresa. Teresa, I see where this is going. Justice is harsh. My verdict
qualities
is
are
final.
needed.
Add some spice. A heavy customer.
Still breathing. Still sane. Otra ronda.
On my way.
Leave it then? Nothing I can't
Slice
afford.
and dice.
자 여기서 저장하고
The Marley.
I,
정비하러
or
갑시다.
whatever it is they say, to
Very
see the
traditional.
world with different eyes.
You approach the Magistratus. How will you dispose of him and his entourage?
Something direct and violent.
Very well. I shall observe your stumbling with mild curiosity.
자 이제부터 본격적인 수색인데
If I may ask, why do you tolerate the Zealots?
They provide a modicum of distraction. Not that there's much new to learn. Their idiotic dogma changes little. Still, playing with fire does have its allure.
The court is in session. The future calls.
Or should we burn?
Treasure this moment, Marley.
I think I've
The White
exposed
Crow
myself
stands
to
ready.
blame too
간다.
strongly. What
My
is the maiden's
sage.
advice on
That's
that?
not fun. Justice has been
A
done.
new chapter in my memoirs. Such brute methods. As I
So you managed to silence the annoying Magistratus. I admit this did prove a slight distraction. Now, if you will excuse me, I have ancient questions to ponder.
시원시원하게 쌌죠.
What is it now, Marlin? You know I do not take kindly to interruptions.
May I remind you that you owe us a black pearl?
I remember agreeing to no such thing. Neither do I feel inclined to negotiate now.
In that case, let me use my power to undo our actions. Then we will leave you to the Magistratus's ramblings.
You are no fun, Marlin. Very well. Have your precious pearl, if you must. I have delivered it to the watchtower.
조각난
at the shattered
절벽의 망로에
cliffs.
가져다
I
놨다.
trust you are able to collect it yourselves.
With pleasure, oh mighty dread vine.
어디야? 여기?
Through the flames.
Belief requires the absence of proof.
야 진짜 조각 난 절벽이네. 올라갈 자리가 없잖아 이거 완전.
Will soon be made redundant.
I've seen it happen.
사고다.
A record of the past.
Anyone?
I have to get a new coat anyway. My pockets are endless.
Change in position.
Yeah? Smoking right. To taste the soul of
합체!
another.
The tower lies in sight. You think the Dread Vine will remain honest?
I think he was merely testing us. He
아
always
예언자도 있네?
does.
You lot and him go way back. Eh?
I
잠깐만.
still
경비가 좀
remember how the
사망한데?
captain and I negotiated safe harbor with him. Times were different then. It doesn't matter. The pearl is ours.
I'm always prepared. Our objective is clear.
아 심판자도 있고. 야 이거 생각보다 사각인데 엄청.
Good taste. A familiar tune.
얘가 올라나?
That was too loud. I will note it in my report.
그러면 잠깐만.
The verdict is clear.
얘로 시선을 잡아놓고 살해하자.
Balanced to perfection.
Teresa, ready to serve.
간다.
Now, who'd be susceptible for a little... The
Move like water.
Inquisitor. Do you happen to know what
Raise
exactly
with your
she
legs.
do?
일단 얘부터 처리하고.
The verdict is clear. The crow flies. Their crimes are mild.
집사 눈을 가리면 어떻게 했지? 확인해보자.
Filed for review.
Well now, made an offer.
아 오케이.
Another round in the circus.
아니면 좀만 좀
Each
정확하게 해볼까?
what they deserve. Who needs eyes to see?
오케이.
I'm here. A refined decision.
호!
Another shot.
I knew this would come.
저장하고. 이제
A
버리고.
new chapter in my
챙겨.
memoir. I'd prefer a golden
당신.
flintlock to that.
Many of our ways are
아 이거밖에 안 돼?
To ask is a love. May your soul
My galley is the battlefield.
방법이 있다. 그거는 확인할 거. 얘가 말 걸 수 있나?
Surely I can interest someone in a little tale. Let me do what I do best.
꺼내?
Talk.
Balanced to
Change in
perfection. Toya, ready. Our objective is clear.
그러면
A simple method of deception.
King made
Teresa.
that noise.
Ready to serve.
This shall not
여기면
go
닿겠지.
unanswered, and so the wicked shall be cleansed by fire.
놀러 와봐.
Why would the Inquisitor come to this curse-ridden island? Depresses me that the honest statements of futility.
아 뭐야?
As a servant of
안 풀리는구나. 아 아, 씨, 죽어라, 씨. 써먹으려 했는데. 얘도 못 써먹겠네, 그러면?
Slice.
잠깐만.
Dice. That sounds spicy.
가능성 있는지.
Get ready to strike.
That was no mere animal.
I shall not stray too.
You speak of
I stand ready.
Anyone hungry?
trouble believing.
Move like water.
Belief.
A memory for the Mari's home. Follow the noise.
All right now. And who was that?
I got
We made for it done.
well now.
Commence the right of inquiry. My eyes shall uncover.
Preparation. Hey!
됐어.
Death is not defeat.
I prefer when you use your hands to prepare dinner.
이러면 배 여기 들어갈 수 있지.
Many of our ways are still strange to me.
To ask is at the
오케이.
your soul bear the choice.
예언자한테 안 걸리고 들어가기.
The Black Pearl is ours.
I hope this concludes
영악하죠?
our bargain. No threats of time undone remain.
None at all, Dreadvine. It was a pleasure doing business with you.
Aye, and do feel free to call us again. We do enjoy your generosity.
Pirates.
여기 뚫는 것보다 이 왼쪽 뚫는 게 훨씬 더 쉬워 보이거든요. 이동하죠.
The burdens of nobility.
왼쪽 뚫는 게 훨씬 더 쉬워 보여.
A ghostly pleasure.
A little souvenir.
The fire hungers for us.
I will go there soon. I promise. Yokai!
Well now.
The White Crow stands ready.
My blade on my back to the mud.
깨치롱. 아 이게 되네. 아 그냥 문 열고 바로 키면 되네. 이거 쉽구만. 아샤라라라라라. 아 개쉽죠. 아주 이지한 게임이에요. 야 이거 진짜 나 이거 진짜 자신 있게 얘기할 수 있어. 엔간한 평균보다는 나은 것 같아. 오키키.
Straight to the point.
다음 미션.
I'll be there soon.
Set a course, navigator. The Isle
속죄에서
of Penance, a prison made for souls. Prisoners who died before serving their full sentence are brought to places like this to complete their punishment. Their lingering souls are scraped from their bodies with fire-blessed tools before they are incarcerated in sacred urns. Thousands of them are entombed in the belly of the fortress, while their bodies have long been discarded. Rumor has it that some souls have been held here for over a century, long driven mad by their imprisonment. Sadly, we lack the means to destroy this prison, and must leave most of them to their terrible fate.
아니 이런 섬을 도대체 왜 가는 거야? 야 섬도 진짜 작네요? 야 실전 압축 그런 느낌인데 딱 보니까?
We arrive at the Isle of Penance.
Pretty daring of Mordecai to hide a clue here. What led you to think that he did?
Years ago, an old acquaintance of the captain was imprisoned here. Her name was Bonefinger Barb.
I see. One of bone and
저격은 하는 게
fingers
나을 것
cord.
같아요. 지금 딱 보니까
Precisely.
저격을
Though how she's
써야 될
linked
것
to the
같은데.
captain's treasure, I cannot say.
Well, let's ask her then. How do we get her soul out of this hellhole?
Touch the energy reliquarium on top of the soul prison. I will handle the rest. Now, choose our landing, navigator.
일로 가면은 여러 일을 동시에 해결할 수 있어요. 일로 가면은 쉽기만 해요. 그러면 난 여러 일을 동시에 해결하는 쪽으로 하겠어. 한번 아피아랑 가해를 써볼까요? 아피아 가해 토야? 테레사냐? 어떻게 할까?
Judgment cometh.
핑토스? 토야?
Wise choice.
어떻게 해볼까?
An
핑토스 가자.
obvious choice.
가일도 한번 써봐야지.
My sword is razor sharp.
Little explosives are just as good. Little bombs.
Running around the sun.
Bonefinger Barb. Who was she to murder?
Both she and us were part of the dead man's fleet during the evacuation of Port Royal. She and the captain fought a group of prognosticars together. I might have helped a little. When the captain lost his hand to a burning blade, it was she who salvaged it in the chaos. We were thick as thieves afterwards. Went on many a voyage once the fleet disbanded.
I don't understand why we guard in the perimeter. Is this not what...
Crackles drop. I can resist the noise.
아 인식 못하네.
It's our blessing to walk along.
My time is not to be trifled with. A ghostly pleasure.
I miss the waves under my
Who
feet.
wanders off their ordained path? Commence the round.
Opportunity call.
Darkness will
I
not
like it all.
forever.
Any cannons loose?
My
What's
hands
in it
are
for
stay
me?
calm.
Let's get you somewhere else.
Bigger solution.
What do we have here?
자, 그다음
Hold on tight.
이걸 넣어서
That wasn't so bad, was it?
얼마나
Well, I was
멋있는
going
거야?
to clean my canal anyway. Oui. I stand against the tempest.
셔틀이네 거의.
Sure as a stone.
Heretics and blasphemers.
Oh,
Canal ready. Swiftly. This is going to be a long shot. No passage and Let's not ask for permission.
Let's get moving, eh? No second
Ready for a
thoughts.
challenge. Don't get too comfortable. Bien sûr. Et les canons. Don't mind them.
저기까지 못 올라가냐? 아, 못
I like
올라가네.
long shots. Always a pleasure. Whew, I
Here
don't
we
look up
are.
to
다음에,
anybody.
야,
Quelle
너도.
surprise. This is where the fun begins. Magnifique.
변신된 상태로 올라왔네요.
Oh? Oh? Strange.
Where the wind blows, cannonballs fly. The cannon is mightier than the sword.
Aye. Measure is unceasing.
여기까지가 제한 구역이고. 자, 잠깐만요. 한번 띵커 좀 해볼까요 이제?
J'écoute.
Aye.
It seems our work is never done.
Aye, measure is unceasing.
To each their task system.
Where the wind blows,
I'll be
cannonballs
there
fly.
I'm starving.
I
These
have
wizards
precious
are-
little to
생각보다
spare.
이거 죽이는데 시간이 걸리는데.
We must trust her judgment.
Let's see what's out there.
J'écoute.
How did Barb end up in this forsaken place?
It's her own fault she got stuck here. She sold us out to
조금만
the
더 타이밍이
Inquisition
되었다.
bounty hunters.
Now that's harsh, even for a pirate.
We had a falling out. I still think it was because the captain decorated his hat with his chopped off hand. Horrible fashion. Regardless, we escaped the Zealots' ambush, so they put Barb in here instead.
I miss the waves
Always
under
go
my
forward.
feet.
Our friend.
Unshackled.
저 녀석 꼬드기가 좀 고민했었는데
Big problem, bigger solution.
I like the taste of it.
야 잠깐만 이러면 어떻게 돼? 아 누워있어가지고 눈치를 못 챘네?
Nothing I can't afford.
At your service.
발견한 거 아니야?
These mournful cries. Some
Hey, stay still.
아 괜찮아.
My sword is razor sharp.
The fire steep.
Never look back. Straight to the point. At your service.
Is that?
How did Barb end up in this forsaken place?
It's her own fault she got stuck here. She sold us out to the Inquisition bounty hunters.
Now that's harsh, even for a pirate.
We had a falling out. I still think it was because the captain decorated his hat with his chopped off hand. Horrible fashion. Regardless, we escaped the Zealots' ambush, so they put Barb in here instead.
Let's see what's out here. I like these odds.
J'écoute.
그다음 생각보다 침투는 쉽네요.
I'm glad our souls will be spared such a cruel fate.
Indeed, so long as we do not stray from the maiden's guidance.
Let's get moving, eh? I like it.
대포수를 올리고 싶은데 위로.
Get already.
Work never ends, it seems.
So long as man has capacity for sin, our task remains.
Well, well. A blade in the ground.
The cannon is mightier than the sword. Let's not ask
What's
for
in it for
permission.
me? One less to worry about. No second thoughts, eh? Little death bringer.
Ready for a challenge. Bien sûr.
I spy.
What do we have here?
Any cannons loose?
아하.
Swiftly.
저격수가 있었구나.
Opportunity calls.
It looks like you
Always move
found
forward.
proper
I
cannon
don't
fodder,
look up
Gael.
to anybody. Watch.
Never look back.
자 그다음 해야 할 일을 합시다.
An anchor in the sea.
이 아저씨를 보는 사람이 있어? 없지 않아? 없지. 어떻게? 죽이고.
Sometimes I wonder if death isn't punishment enough.
Why should death reduce their sins?
Big problem?
Especially these.
I'll big a solution.
아니. 다시 와봐.
Opportunity calls. A sword through the
갈
heart.
수 있지. 저장하고.
An island in the storm.
At your service. See you around, friend.
To be confined, even when the body is long gone. What a dreadful fate.
They may blame the curse, not us. Death doesn't mean what
아,
it
우리
is.
집사장씨 열일합니다.
Well now.
아! 열심히 썰어시키고 있었는데.
To be confined, even when the body is long gone. What a dreadful fate.
They may blame
아,
the curse, not us. Death doesn't mean what it used to.
빨리 와. 이라 내가 널 죽이지.
Opportunity calls.
D'accord.
Let's get moving, eh?
I don't look up to anybody.
At your service. What do we have here?
아, 뭐야? 보는 눈이 있으네?
Try again.
Death doesn't mean what it used to.
J'écoute. Aye.
What's in it for me? Well, well.
잠깐만, 얘를 그냥
Memory captured.
아, 보는 눈이 하나가 더 있을 줄이야.
Opportunity call.
I'm glad
I stand against the tempest.
spared.
Free. Now we're getting somewhere.
I don't look up to anybody.
좋아요.
I extend my reach through you. I summon the soul of Bonefinger Bard.
뽀핑거빠.
Marley, you stinking sloop. Hello, Bonefinger. I believe you have something for us.
You leave me for decades in this hellhole, and that's the first thing you say?
The captain rarely mentioned you after your betrayal.
Oh, he remembered me enough to use me as a piece in his little puzzle, the old bilge rat. But he's gone now, isn't he? He said as much when he snuck in here.
What did he tell you?
Said this was a precaution. A way to make amends. Said if you showed up, he was already dead. He told me where he hid that rotten old thing for you. Free me, and I'll show you.
Very well. Betray us, and I'll put you back.
Yes! Free at last!
Free at last.
To feel the sea breeze on my fleeting shape again. So long, you musty old bark. And don't worry. X always marks the spot, eh?
I like her guts.
As did the captain. Though I like her better in soul form.
Pretty harsh to leave someone rotting in this prison.
She deserved it. Her betrayal cut the captain deeply. I suppose he saw this as a just way to even things out between them.
What would you have done if she
나 헤엄치는 애가
betrayed
없는데.
us?
I'd have unleashed a memory, and she'd be back in her urn.
No second thoughts, eh?
아, 안 닿는구나.
At your service.
Easy mention. Ah, let's take another view.
Gelsu.
자, 그럼 다시 이렇게 타고. 일로
Any
와봐.
cannons loose? Come on,
자,
I'll be
이렇게.
careful. Don't worry, you're dead anyway. Back up. Good. Et les canons.
준비하시고. 쏘세요.
What would we have to do to free the other souls?
The energy reliquium can only summon one soul every hour. It would take time that we don't have.
We have cannons, eh? Why not blow this place sky high?
The urns are secured with a tiny spark of Maiden's fire. Any damage to them, and the soul inside would be consumed.
I feel rotten leaving them all imprisoned here.
As do I, Navigator. But we have no choice.
잠시만요. 네, 여보세요. 지금 12시 반이요? 아, 네네, 그러세요. 알겠습니다. 기사님이 12시 반까지 오신다네요. 잘 됐네. 아, 그럼 제가 이 판만 딱 하고 끊고 갈게요.
Never look back.
끓으면서 밥통 좀 먹고 될 것 같아.
I miss the waves under my feet. It's going to be bumpy. The landing.
날아가.
Marvelous.
Always move forward. What do we have here?
빨리 와.
Consider it done. My soul is razor sharp.
아, 그냥 건들지 말고 달려볼까 한번?
A memory captured.
X.
I like these odds.
장파기.
Curious. That relic. Am I seeing this correctly? The captain's hand. I thought he'd got rid of it for good. And yet, here it is.
Objective complete. So this is the hand he lost at Port Royal.
I still remember the burning city. The screams of the innocent. We'd saved as many as we could. Even with my power, it took us countless attempts. The captain had just brought the last of the evacuees on board. And I noticed his hand was severed. I wanted to try again, but he refused. It was the smallest sacrifice. Saving his hand meant more lives lost to the zealots.
You did the right thing. They still sing shanties on Soulspire about you and the fleet.
It's all a memory now. What matters is that we have the relic. Return to me, everyone.
Aye. À bientôt.
야, 들어가는 순간 죽네.
Let's see what's out.
근데 할만하지 않나?
high.
야, 너 할 수 있어.
Back to the Mali and fast.
I like the taste of it.
Where the wind blows, cannonballs fly.
I have to get a new coat anyway.
반스런.
Likely a poor choice. I think we earned ourselves a few cups after that.
깔끔하죠? 짜라라라라라. 깔끔하지 않습니까? 모든 모데카이의 유닛.
Always move forward.
빨리!
I was wondering where the captain's hand had disappeared to.
Pretty gutsy to use your own hand in a treasure hunt and pump it so full of soul energy.
I'd still have preferred his hand on his body.
I guess sometimes you have to make sacrifices, even with your power.
Unfortunately, I cannot refute that. I will make do with extracting the energy from his hand.
선원 되살리기. 아.
I'll be there soon.
이제 한참 전에 죽어있던.
It's a lady at the ready.
하. 그래도 나 얘 별로 살리고 싶지 않다. 차라리 얘 살릴래.
Mr. Mercury, at the ready.
저 밑으로 통하는 포탈을 열 수 있으면 필요한 만큼 숨을 수 있다. 다른 포탈을 통해 돌아와서 들어온 힘을 이용해 닻을 공중에 띄우고 적을 내려서 죽일 수 있다. 뭔지 모르겠네. 살려봐. 이거 스토리까지만 보고 등 붙이면서 다 먹고 올게요.
My soul returns to its crusted frame, and I hear I thought the depths had gotten us at last. Ha ha ha!
Not yet, John Mercury. Though from what I hear, you have no fear of the darkness below.
How could I? I have Sir Reginald here to guide me. Say hello, Sir Reginald.
Ah, of course. Ahoy there, Sir Reginald.
And who are ye, if I might ask so myself?
A Fia Monicato, newly hired navigator, at your service.
A navigator, eh? How fares the navigator's work on a stubborn ship like this? Ha!
Now, shipwright.
Now,
There's
now.
plenty of work for everyone. Speaking of which, I will need you to visit the training deck.
Limber up the old salty bones, eh? I see. Well then, Sir Reginald, to the training deck we march.
훈련 따위는 안 한다. 훈련 왜 하죠? 원래 코만도3 게임 훈련 따위 없어. 실전 압축이었지. 어디서 튜토리얼 같은 주고 있어. 자,
No mercy. My anchor. You picked the right bone.
You haven't finished your training. Are you moving on?
훈련 안 해 임마.
Excellent work, shipwright. We have found a new room I'd like you to see. Come to the riddle hold.
Aye.
아이.
John.
짠.
Aye. John Hughes, Delaware Mercury, companion of Sir Reginald, builder of ships and caretaker of this mighty vessel.
유물도 다 모았고 사슬도 다
Good
끊었고.
speech, eh, Sir Reginald. What's that? We have work to do on deck. Ah, right you are.
아. Like you are.
Navigator, I believe it's time we unearth the secrets of the riddle hold. Talk to Estelle when you are ready.
Aye, aye. Always move forward.
습격 준비?
How can I help you? Ifia, what brings you here?
I'd like to hear your tale. How did you get on the Marley?
Where to begin? I certainly got my sea legs long before Mordecai fished us out the ocean.
Yes, that's very apparent. Wait, what? The captain fished you out of the sea?
Sure did. I'd been wandering the depths for a long while with Sir Reginald here. And one day, we came across a dangling anchor chain in the middle of aquatic nowhere. Right, there were a couple of hammerhead sharks milling about, but they're mostly a nice bunch. Ah, Sir Reginald, you can't project from one hammerhead to all hammerheads you'll ever meet. Anyways, we saw the chain, and it was such an odd sight in the middle of nowhere that I grabbed onto it.
And then?
Suppose the Marley felt the tug and just started to reel me in. I considered letting go, but the thought of getting onto a ship once again was just too tempting. Aye, and I sort of got tangled up with the chain, maybe a bit. Once I was up on deck, Captain Mordecai approached me and said I owed him for damaging his anchor. He argued since I so readily carried one on my back anyways, we'd surely come to an arrangement. Truth be told, I thought I'd only stay until the next harbour. But after getting to sail on the Marley, it's hard to imagine ever working on another ship again.
Well, well.
What is it?
또 다른 잡담이네.
You're practicing your sword technique on a piece of meat.
I am honing my skills every chance I get.
Right. That slice of meat didn't stand a chance.
You think this is funny?
A famous cursed assassin hacking away at a slice of meat? Now what's not funny about that?
Funny, huh? Once I was surrounded by an onslaught of opponents. I bested every single one. But due to exhaustion, I fumbled my technique and cut off my arm.
왜 웃어?
How was I?
All fun. But I think that's what made it so funny.
Ah, improper technique leading to success. Very interesting.
Interesting indeed. I leave you to your ponderings for now, Toya.
See you around, Ifia.
Animals.
I'll be there.
Got any
soon.
favorites?
Shark. Tough fight.
일단 이 에스텔가 이야기하는 거는 제가 그 전등 12시 반에 온다 했거든요. 그 틈에 밥 먹고 해서 밥 먹고 전등 고치고 그 다음에 다시 돌아오겠습니다. 조금 나중에 뵐게요. 점심들 맛있게 드시고요. 저는 이제 요거 등만 고치고 다시 오겠습니다.